Now on to something completely different. A surge in counterfeit purchases across the UK is fueling a growing underground economy that is costing billions and putting jobs at risk. New research from the Transnational Alliance to Combat Illicit Trade shows that 37% of Brits have knowingly bought fake goods, with young consumers leading the trend. While the latest OECD data shows counterfeit items flood into the country, worth £7.1 billion annually, with the economic and societal consequences mounting from lost government revenues to serious health and safety concerns. Well, we're now joined by Jeff Hardy, who's the Director General of the Transnational Alliance to Combat Illicit Trade. Jeff, this trade is £3.1 trillion in false goods a year. Do we call this an epidemic in counterfeit goods?
I would say absolutely it's an epidemic. That actually may be an understatement. The growth in the counterfeit market is surging, not just in the size, but also the scope and the range of products that are being counterfeited worldwide.
What do you think the consequences of buying counterfeit goods are for the wider UK economy?
Well, the consequences are staggering, really, across the economy. That starts really with the consumer itself, who's exposed to health and safety risks, but also, poor quality products. But then in terms of the wider economy, it's lost tax revenues, lost job opportunities, impacts on limiting GDP growth. But then beyond that, the costs to society are even more worrisome, I think, because the counterfeiting and illicit trade is fueling an underground economy that's driven by organized criminals, that uses forced labor to manufacture and sell the products, and that contributes to corruption and bribery in the country.
And I guess policing resources to have to deal with it. Which products are most likely counterfeited?
Well, there's a wide range of products, almost every product, but in the UK, our research shows that it's really the top four tend to be knockoff fashion goods, cosmetics, illicit alcohol, and tobacco. But the list goes on.
And Jeff, 37%, I was staggered by this figure, of Brits know they are purchasing counterfeit goods. Is it the cost of living crisis that's pushing people towards doing this? Why is the figure so high?
Well, certainly the cost of living crisis, anything that can limit consumer purchasing power is going to, incentivize someone to look for a bargain. And I think that's where the problem comes in. People don't really realize the hidden cost of these products. So everyone's looking for maybe finding something cheap, but then they end up with a very low quality product and end up getting ripped off. But beyond that, like I said, the costs to society are even higher. That's why we need government enforcement urgently in the UK.
OK, Jeff Hardy, thanks for joining us. Jeff Hardy there, the Director General of the Transnational Alliance to Combat Illicit Trade. You can